Hello, Peter. What's happening? We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports. Did you see the memo about this?
No. Actually, I did see a stat though. It said like something like 1.3 million people in undisclosed country have had long-term COVID
What does
since
that
like
even
their
mean?
first time in the COVID. I have no idea. I have no clue. Like,
Wild.
Koof will never leave us, my friend.
No, it'll be there forever. I think we kind of knew that after like a year. We're like, well, this is certainly gonna last forever,
Yeah, I know, right?
right?
I saw those memes come back around saying like, "Oh, yeah, remember and it was like 2 weeks off of school, and people are still suffering to this day."
2 more weeks, boys. Yeah, and then it turned into legit 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun though because like when you have COVID, you can claim special boy status. Everyone kind of looks at you. Obviously, nobody comes near you because you have the black plague, but obviously you get a little bit of special boy status. People want to like make sure you're not dead, especially at the
Well,
start. If you
well,
got
that's
COVID, you have to like make sure your boys weren't actually dying.
that's probably how like all those cool kids felt when they got polio in the 50s, you know? Hey, look at me. I'm probably gonna die, but let me just bask in this glory of, something special.
Oh, fine. We'll let him hang out with us. He has an iron lung. Feel bad for the guy.
Hey, Jimmy, you want to hang out at the playground? Yeah, sure. All yours like
Yeah. Yeah, it means you're actually inviting his parents as well because they gotta carry him around.
every every time the kid coughs, it just sounds like a kazoo. Vroom.
It sounds like someone playing like a steel hand drum, like those steel drums.
It just sounds like someone screaming inside of their body. Oh, what
Sounds
was
like
that?
like island music, like Caribbean music. When the kid coughs, it's like ding 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 ding.
Boom.
Classic. Too good.
uh,
Too good.
oh,
Oh,
by
oh,
the
wait. Yeah, before we get balls deep, dude,
before we get
hit him
balls
with
deep,
the
yeah,
intro.
I gotta hit him up with the announcement. So, guys, you know that our episodes come out every Wednesday night. We are going to be changing that just for all of you guys to know that the next episodes moving forward, they're going to be launched. They're going to be released every Tuesday at noon, New York time, Miami time. What other places are there? Washington D.C. time. I have no idea.
No other places matter.
Oh, that's it. That's it. So yeah, just
Yeah.
moving on. Tuesdays at noon. So that was the big announcement.
And remember, everybody, this is episode 4. Congratulations if you've made it this far. Go back and listen to the first episode if you randomly found us here. But let me tell you something. You have until episode 10 to tell everybody you know about this podcast because after episode 10, if we don't have those big boy numbers, this is turning into a Twitch stream of me and playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds for 6 hours at a time. And you don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. So you better share with all of your friends because this shit is going to go off the rails very quickly if we don't have those numbers at episode 10.
Yeah, pretty much. We don't want our middle management to come down to us and say, "Hey, what's going on, bros? What's going on, pet fellows?"
Yeah, we signed a deal to produce 10 episodes as a pilot project. And if we don't bring results, we are out on the streets. So like and share,
Please, please, I beg you.
please. If I had money to give you to do that, I would. But you'll just have to accept the warm and fuzzy feelings that you give when you like and subscribe. So that's awesome.
Thank you. Yes, and thank you to all our viewers. And also, I just do also want to say, because we've just been like seeing, what kind of viewerships we've been getting and stuff. Shout out to Australians and Malaysians. You guys have been listening to us, so your two countries
Whoa,
are
whoa, whoa,
awesome.
whoa, whoa. We
Whoa,
got
whoa, whoa.
Malaysians?
Dude, we got Malaysians, yeah.
Dude, that's amazing.
It's
Represent.
incredible.
Well,
All
I
the way
wish I
from
knew how to
Asia,
say
man.
like and subscribe and share with a friend in their language, but I'm not going to attempt to do that because I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah, please,
But
no,
thank
please.
you. Appreciate you.
Moving forward, though, I gotta say, our last episode, we made a FIFA bet, and what we said back on that episode was that we
Oh,
said that
yeah.
we said England was going to lose and Morocco was going to win. How? I mean, it was just I guess what we meant by that was like lose for England until they're kicked out, and then win, I guess, for Morocco the cup, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I love a good callback. Thank you for doing that, because I would like to say that on episode 3, you can go back and check, and I don't have the timestamp, but you can find it in there. I did eliminate England from the World Cup based off of how bad their teeth were. And I'm not saying that's the reason why they lost, but I have a little bit of psychic power, you could say. So if you need any sports hot takes, maybe just DM us on TikTok or Instagram, and we can give you some exclusive sports picks. Because we also picked Morocco to win, and they were an underdog. So I'm not going to get into the gambling bag right now, dude, but we're handing out hot tickets.
But we made it this far, man. Morocco just lost to France today, which was a shame. But hey, it is what it is. Remember what we said about Morocco? Though? We said that we had to choose a country based on where most businesses and individuals will evade taxes.
That's right.
We're
tax
like,
haven status. Yeah.
Tax
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I guess we kind of called them on that one. They are the most fraudulent country to be eliminated in that round. So we kind of get half a point for that, if you ask me.
Yes. And also the 2 countries that are left, Argentina and France, like, come on, you can get away. Come on, the French, come on.
Hot take. Not everyone's going to love me for this, but that's a boring World Cup final.
There you go. Well, we don't have any
up.
listeners from there anyways yet, so you can say that as much as you want.
Yeah, so it's irrelevant. We can really just talk our shit. Yeah. Remorse-free talking shit. You gotta love it.
But let us know who's going to win, Argentina or France. I hope no one. I hope everyone just just shake hands. They're like, all right, yeah, thanks.
I hope it's a draw, even though that can't happen, but maybe just like 20 rounds of penalty kicks. Like, I want them to start calling fans in from the stadium to like kick penalties, dude.
Or they're just gonna have a fun game. It's just gonna be like kind of exhibition game, and then like the last 5 minutes, they're just gonna yell like golden goal, golden ball, or whatever. Last goal wins, and then that's when the shit gets.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, imagine if like there was a secret like 50th round of the penalties, like it's in some deep part of the rule book that no one ever talks about, but it's like if you make it to round 50 of penalties, they actually have to have like a slap contest. Like they stand across from each other and like they just go off of audience applause and just take turns slapping each other in the face. So like one team goes first and then you hear the crowd, and then second team goes and you win that round based off the hardest slap.
Yeah, it was part of an ancient rule book. But even if, let's just say, no one makes it that far, then both coaches do get their own PS4 controller, and they can just like create some cheat codes around it.
Yeah, they gotta control their own players. Yeah.
up RLX.
Imagine if 2 coaches have to actually have a duel in FIFA. Like they bring out a fucking 2 PlayStations to the middle of the field, hook it up to the Jumbotron, and it's just 2 old men dueling it out in FIFA for a golden goal.
The loser doesn't even actually lose. The coach just has to die. They have to commit seppuku in front of everyone.
Whoever's controller dies first loses. That's the ultimate game decision right there. So it doesn't come down to soccer at this point. Yeah, exactly.
That's
I don't know, man. France will probably win, and that's all I'm gonna say for soccer talk. But France is cool. I did what do you call it? I'm having a Biden moment. Couch surf. I did a couch surf in France, so maybe that's why I give them some credit.
You're couch surfing in France. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, literally went onto the website for couch surfing because I was broke and slept on a stranger's couch. Wild times.
Man, no, good times. I think I've only couch surfed never, actually, unfortunately. But do you have go ahead.
Honestly, don't. You have to be down bad.
Dude, do you have a friend like that though? That just like couch surfs and like does nothing, just lives his life or her life like freely, has no job, just a full need. Do you have a friend like that?
Nobody that close, because I like to keep the circle, influential. I surround myself with Fortune 500 types. But I think we both know a guy. And he shall remain nameless for the sake of the podcast. But we both know a guy. See, it just clicked and you laugh because we know the guy. And this guy just flies by the seat of his pants throughout Europe, dude.
Oh man,
so we know a guy. I
chatted with him yesterday to see how he's doing. And he just gave me like a 1-word answer saying good, and that's it. But yeah, no,
that's all he could fit in before his Wi-Fi cut out. He's in like Belarus.
This guy, listen to our listeners. We've known him for like years now, and like he was like this kind of like rock star type of persona back in school and stuff. But over the time, this guy just like the whole story is like behind like him couch surfing was like what he met a girl on Tinder near our undisclosed location, and she was from Estonia. He met her like just on Tinder, and then like a week
Yeah.
after they went on a date. Next thing you know, he like messaged us like saying like he's going to the airport tomorrow to go, travel in Europe for a whole year, right? I think that's what
Yeah,
it was, right?
basically he pulled the rare move where he found an international student that didn't realize what he was up to, and he basically just scored a free trip back to Europe.
This guy did absolutely nothing. That was the best part, right? Because like we would text him and like he had no job. He was getting paid by like his GF this whole time.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure my dude was actually filling out surveys online to make $1.
you know
You
the
ever been that down bad where you hit up Google for like fill out surveys to get $5 Amazon gift
oh
card?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, oh yeah,
the amount of times I got scammed, oh yeah, worth it, worth every
oh, all the
penny.
time. Many
Yeah,
clicks, but several dollars are made.
I get a TJ Maxx gift card of $10. Yippee, you know.
I got
Um,
$10 worth of riot points. So who really lost today?
but yeah, he going back to the guy. He did that life for like 2 years straight. But now he's fine.
Yeah,
He's
he had a
he's
good run. He had a good run.
yeah.
I think he's settled back in now. He's rejoined society, but he did step outside for a minute. He opened the door, stepped out, closed the screen door so he could still come back in, but he stepped out for a minute.
Man, he told me this one story. He went to some like orgy place in Berlin, and he told me how like there was like a golden shower orgy place that he like visited, and he was just like he'd never done anything. He was like too afraid to do it. But I was like, well, you saw a
Wow, he
guy
didn't want to
piss on
get a
a girl.
golden shower?
I know,
Dude,
right?
doesn't everybody love those?
Well, too bad for like our listeners who don't even know what that means. Don't search it up. We're not even gonna explain it
That's
to
just
you.
every hotel in Germany, dude. They don't even
And
have normal showers. It's
they,
just
they
all
don't
golden
even.
showers.
Our definition of it is different than theirs. It's just like the water's so shitty it turns out yellow. That's all it is. It's not even piss.
It's a Detroit shower. Ooh, bad joke, bad joke. Bad
It's
joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. There we go. I said it 3 times.
But yeah, I know to those people. I mean, I commend you. No, I condone you. No, I. What's the right
Ooh,
word
we
for
don't
it?
do that in this podcast, brother. We don't know English.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we call people wages.
High school
No,
literacy test, standardized, didn't do so great.
sorry. No,
Didn't have the best
yeah,
results.
I respect you guys for doing what you guys do. It's good for society. It's good for us.
Hey, you know what? We always need a few loose cannons. And you can have a period like that where you just go loose cannon, depending on your situation. Like if you don't have kids or a wife or whatever, you could just go loose cannon for a couple of years.
Yeah, for oh man, for a couple
Absolutely.
years. I could do it for like a couple months, but like a couple years, man, I'd go insane. I'd be hosting this podcast alone. I would just like talk to myself the whole
Yeah.
time.
Well, but what if you reached your breaking point? You're just like done with the office at 40. You're like, I need to just snap for a minute, and you go live in like Thailand for 2 years or something.
Well, I think it's either like you live in Thailand and like you become like a butcher at some random farm in Thailand, or you just like end up buying a rundown Mustang and just fixing it for years in the garage.
Exactly, and it
There's
never
two
actually
options.
works.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's your pride and joy. It's like the only thing you have to live for.
That's
You've
it.
named your Mustang.
If
You're
you,
down bad.
what's your dream car, by the way? Are you a car enthusiast? Because I'm not at all.
So I am not a car guy.
Oh,
Okay, so
awesome.
this is not a car podcast. Let it be known, this is not a car podcast. If you came here for car stuff, I'm really sorry. We can't help you.
Yeah, sorry. Fuck
I'm
you.
probably going to drive a Honda Civic when I own a car, but I don't even own a car. So this is not a car podcast.
Yeah, Honda Civics, man. I think those are the sexiest cars ever. You know those 2003 dark green
Oh,
Honda Civics? I'd fuck them,
absolutely.
man.
Wagons. They're still alive to this day.
Strongest car in the world.
Strongest car in the world, dude. The car
Well,
that could.
but if you guys have
So,
any options, like please let us know. Comment in our episode. I don't even know about this, but like we talked about this last episode, or even after the episode. You can comment on our Spotify episodes. You can
yeah,
comment
did
on
not
them for
know
some
that.
reason. Yeah.
So you now know that too. And if you didn't know, you're like me, you're probably 85 years old.
Well, you have a great voice for an 84-year-old or whatever.
Thank you. It's the only thing that survived. I'm just a husk in a chair, but I got a nice voice.
Ah, man.
Yeah,
So
dude. Cars are fucked. Car people, ridiculous. I have some people, like some friends, who just like shit themselves and have a violent reaction when they see a nice car driving down the street. Like I wouldn't even notice the car half the time, but they're like ready to drop a deuce in their pants. Like they're excited. They want to get their phone out and like take a picture. Like it's wild.
They pretty much have a stroke every time, and even if they don't see, they just hear the engine going. They're like a dog, right? Like just stopping in the middle of the road. Like what was that?
Literally.
Yeah,
They'll be driving their own car and get into an accident because they saw a nice car. Like they just swerve into the nice car.
They cream their pants, eh? Oh,
It's
V8, V70, V200.
Yeah. This is
Vagina
a V250 Turbo GT 95X 3565 Hemisphere Edition, Kodiak color. Like, dude, it's insane. People go wild for this shit.
Oh man,
like people will have like pictures of cars like hung up in their room and shit. It's wild.
They jerk off to the shittiest spoiler on the car too. Oh man, look at that! Look at that spoiler.
Oh, the stock spoiler. Yeah, spoil yourself to a spoiler. Hey, that's tough.
I'm waiting to I one day get a car and all my friends will shit on me, like the car enthusiasts, just being like, "Bro, you got that piece?"
Dude, that's the thing.
Okay.
The first car is never going to be a unanimously loved decision. You're always going to catch some shit for it. Someone's always going to have something to say, and it's going to hurt extra bad because it's your first car. You know,
Yeah.
That's a real hit to the fucking nards when it comes to your pride. Like, I worked hard for this car, and they're just like, yeah, that thing's a piece of shit. It'll die at 90,000.
Don't worry. Once this podcast gets real famous and we get rich, we're just gonna buy the most expensive car for our budget and just crash it, just to prove a point. Yeah,
just to prove a point. Just to prove that insurance isn't shit. Because I'll just buy another one. You call the insurance guy, you explain how your car is completely totaled, and you're hoping to get the money back for it because it would qualify or whatever. But it turns out they're can't do anything about it. So you're like, oh, it's fine. I'll just buy another one.
Yeah, and we're gonna be so down bad by then. We're just gonna say this will be a great episode for our podcast.
Content.
It's just.
We have a millennial that we hired who's like, yeah, you got to buy a car and then crash it. It's the only way you'll get likes. The car community doesn't care.
We need those kind of advisors better than Kanye's at least, right?
Oof. Yeah, I don't think he's got any advisors left at this point.
I added this news story just cause, but this is relevant. This is only relevant to me. But Hong Kong fully reopened. If you guys want to go there, this has nothing to do with anything. I just wanted to say, if you want Hong Kong, just no COVID tests.
It's open.
Yeah. Finally,
wow.
Actually, instead of you don't have to isolate for 3 whole weeks in a hotel
room.
room.
They're not doing a 1 week test run of freedom.
They're actually trying to bring in as many tourists and commit genocide. Can we say that word? The G word? I have no idea.
Whoa, might have to mute the G word.
Whoa, calm down there.
Whoa, the G stood for good and then fun. So don't worry, we didn't say anything bad. They wanted to commit good fun.
They're bringing people to Hong Kong for good fun. That's a good tagline, actually, for tourism,
Right? Because it sounds crudely translated, so you believe it.
It's yeah, it's out. Different language. They don't even know any better. How cute are
the land of good fun. Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, no doubt. A bunch of tourists come in, they stay for a few days, immediately they lock the country down again. It's just a way to boost their population.
And then a few hours after, it's I feel you guys taste carbon monoxide. You guys taste carbon monoxide. It's just It's just the shitty japes. Actually, it's just the Chinese japes. Yeah.
No, it's just the smog from the factories. Damn, got deep with that one.
I like that. But if you guys are looking for a place to go, Hong Kong. I was there. I can help you guys out with some tips.
Oh, are you connected in the community?
Bro, of course, right? Free beer.
Are you a local?
That place at least. Local, yeah, I know. They
you probably stick out like a sore thumb.
Oh, you just mean because I'm tall?
Yeah,
right?
You're twice the average height, dude.
Yeah, of course. Not because of the color.
No. I would never insinuate
the color of
that.
my eyes. The color of my eyes.
This is an inclusive podcast. Yes, thank you. Okay, eye color, sure. I thought you were insinuating skin color or something
Why would I even say that? Why would I?
Hey, that's right. We are a progressive podcast. We don't, dilly dally on points like that.
But we could be a business podcast.
We could be a business podcast. That's right. I mean, hey, rates just went up in America. That's not good. If you need any other financial advice, stick around.
We need Jim
But,
Cramer on this show. That's what we need.
yeah.
What's
I
that?
want to
All he does is just scream and yell at the TV, doesn't he?
literally. I think he just does like a banana-sized line of coke and then just goes wild. He's probably got an actual financial person in his earpiece who's like telling him what to say, but he's just totally blitzed on coke and just jumping around the studio.
The one time his microphone's not working or like the earpiece isn't working, he's just like, bang, my wife left me.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to say, so he just starts talking about like deeply intimate personal issues.
My dog just died. Okay, but how about that, America?
Now
How
it's
about
down
that?
5%. My wife just left me, Anthony, my microphone.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. It just starts starts foaming
Off
from
the
the
dome.
mouth.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what to do. He's pointing at the different symbols on the screen.
Doesn't even go to commercial break because he doesn't allow that because he told his like editors to never go into commercial break because he's so entertaining. So it just like ends up with like the camera panning at him, like just him on the ground shaking. He's going into seizure. Yeah, 15 minutes
He's like
in,
foaming at the
no
mouth.
one's helping him.
Jim Cramer's just a rabid dude. He gets like a little shot every show, you know, a little juice behind the scenes.
Douse up. Yo.
Yeah, it goes fully ballistic. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, we are a business podcast. We talk about current events, so that can include business. So, you know, but
Yeah,
just don't
yeah.
trust anybody that says they know business because nobody really knows business. I mean, both Fiuk and I hold business degrees, so any
Exactly.
idiot can get a business degree. Don't be fooled.
And I'd have to say, like, I think I'm grateful for like us getting business degrees at like a normal college. Sometimes I've seen like those Ivy League students. I'm like, you guys are way too much for me. I can't handle.
Yeah. I found my college on a television ad on late night TV, and I think that really was a good decision because it was the working man's college.
Are you talking about that one college commercial of that one black guy at night who's just like, "What are you gonna do with your life? Go to school?" Or you remember that commercial or no? There was that.
Was he talking about doing his fractions or something?
There was one commercial of this guy just yelling on the street. He's just like, "You can't pay your bills. You can't pay your rent. Pay for college or whatever." Right? Like,
yeah. You
just
can't
a
pay for the
generic-
basic necessities of life. Take out a loan. Solid financial advice. See, it's a business podcast. What did I say?
Yeah, long-term investing, guys. SWOT analysis.
Yeah. So, anyways, the rates went up. I read that it's not good, so it's probably not good. But again, no one knows what the fuck they're talking about, so take it all with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's just a government conspiracy, anyways. Like,
oh, absolutely.
I still feel like they're, people, and no one actually understands why groceries are so expensive now. They just are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like they're making up numbers. Like, sure, let's make
absolutely.
salary another $2.
Why can't bread be $7?
Yeah, right.
They're like in a boardroom, but I realize bread normally costs $3, but why can't it be $7? People will still buy it anyways.
It's the elites underground. They're like, yeah, let's do it. People will buy it anyways. $100 bread.
Yeah, the bread mafia is just controlling everything. It's a cartel.
Do you think there's a bread mafia out there? Do you think, like, deep down?
Honestly, dude, maybe not for that, but I know there's a mafia for like in a lot of countries for like agriculture, like beef and milk and shit. They all have like their own unions and like lobbies and shit like that. I don't know. It's crazy.
They've got mafias for like the littlest things too, like soybeans. No, soybeans is pretty big. What would be like a small
microgreens? Like this guy's growing microgreens, and they have a mafia over the supply of like microgreens.
Hey, Paulie, how was our last shipment? Yeah, pretty good of microgreens.
Yeah, the alfalfa came in good last harvest. We're gonna sell it to a lot of fresh restaurants in Seattle for the vegans.
Another $30 hike for just 1 gram. Yeah.
Those soy boys will eat it right up. Some Italians just thugging over some microgreens.
Soy boys and them willing to spend as much money for whatever is ridiculous. Their monthly subscriptions are like $300 for like Disney, man. Hulu, FX, Penis, TV, and everything.
Absolutely. Right? I'm not one to be giving life advice, but if you spend more than like $30 USD a month on anime subscriptions for streaming services, you need to get out the house more, boy. Go touch some grass.
Oh, touch some grass indeed.
Touch some grass, bro.
I think my favorite thing about those guys is like the amount of money they spend on like Twitch donations. It's ridiculous.
Oh Jesus, dude.
Oh my god, that's down bad.
Bits or whatever.
Like $2,000 for like just like a e-girl, you know?
Oh, what if I just send her some bits? She'll definitely notice me. She'll say my name.
And then she just like, hey, that's it.
Yeah, just like an army of sweaty nerds donating money to a chick streaming video games. That's wild. If I was a girl, I'd be streaming video games and selling feet pics, and that's not even up for discussion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
It's
no.
the easiest income stream. Like,
If I
are
was
you
a
kidding
woman,
me?
oh yeah, easily. Dude, we're if man, imagine if we were two girls doing this podcast, we'd be rich by now, by episode 4.
Oh, we'd have twice as many listens. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. I think we have to change our voices then. I'm gonna see if we can have an editing
Yeah, maybe
software.
we
It's
can
just like
maybe we
ASMR.
can hire an actual editor to do that for us. Well, maybe if you pieces of shit would share the podcast, we could afford an editor.
Please share it. Please, I
Please
beg
share.
you. I beg you. I'll come
Please,
to
I
your
beg you,
house.
I beg you.
I'll come to your house in Malaysia and find
I will
you.
riz in public to get your likes and subscribes. I'll get down on one knee and just throw my phone at people. Like and subscribe.
I'll shit in the Apple store just for one like.
I would do that for free, but yeah, I would still do it for a like as well.
Oh.
Drop a deuce to the Genius Bar. Yeah, good times.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Question: Have you watched White Lotus at all? Do you know that show?
Oh
Or
yeah,
no?
yeah, it's good. It's good.
Have you
Just
watched?
finished
You just finished season 2?
Yeah.
What did you think of the season finale then?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
Well, I heard a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was all right.
I think. I mean,
Were you
so
disappointed?
well. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the whole show in general. Like, yes, it's cool. It's all right. I feel like I'm put in the background.
Yeah.
You know, the person who died, if you guys haven't watched it yet, yeah, I guess it's fine. It's whatever. I think what I'm more pissed about, this is me going LGB, ABC, and Bebop, right?
Uh-oh.
Why
He's in the bag.
why White Lotus? Like, why isn't it Black Lotus?
Oh,
I'm just going into the facts, right? Like,
You're going for equality here.
like you're telling me we're in 2022 and we're still using the word white, the
Damn,
W
talk your
word.
shit. Talk your shit.
I'm just saying, like, you know, I think we should replace it with Wagey Lotus, just to be
Yeah,
neutral.
Wagey Lotus.
That's neutral.
Wagey Lotus. That's it, dude. Exactly. No, you know what? You're right, man. You make a good point. You should be more inclusive, like a Rainbow Lotus next season or something. You know?
Rainbow Lotus. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Rainbow Lotus.
Hex code Lotus, where you get to
drop
choose
the
what
6
color.
letter. Yeah, exactly. We need to see those letters and numbers, please.
I just feel like a lot of those people, there's too many whites. I think we should have more black, indigenous, yellow, brown, purple, blue, green people. You know,
You wanted some more inclusion in there.
I want more inclusion, and I think you know, Jennifer Coolidge's character, her being scared of the homosexual sex, the homo sex, her not liking homogeneous milk, her not liking homo milk.
Right.
I don't know. I think you can do better with that. Like I said,
Yeah,
going
she's
back to
anti-homo milk,
2022, like, is that going to be like, you know, what is the next season going to be? I don't know. Sylvester Stallone's character, if he shows up on the show, that's not confirmed. But like, is he going to be in season 3 and being like, why? I want to hate a religion? Like, you know, how far do we go until we?
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone, season 3. He just plays the most progressive guy.
Yeah. I hate the Catholics. I hate I can't say the word. We've used that J word too many times, you know, in society. But you know,
women should have the right to choose.
You know, how far is too far?
There's no limit, dude. The genre will go where it goes. It's going to evolve.
I like this. I think we really went deep in the Lotus hole here.
We did. It's a real Lotus head shit right here.
Yeah. I'm Lotus heading right now. I'm Lotus pilled.
Yeah, you're geeking. You're Lotus pilled. Hilarious. Yeah, no, it's good, dude.
Oh yeah,
that's about all the entertainment for me these days.
Yeah, no, the show was good. Yeah, we're looking forward to season 3.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I just let a big yawn go because your boy had a long day today.
No, of course, man. It's late
a
at
long
night.
day sitting down doing nothing.
This is the late night podcast. Sexy.
Hey everybody, this is now an ASMR podcast. I'm gonna now eat chips into the microphone and very annoyingly slurp coffee and make you listen to it. And even though you tell people you're not really into ASMR, it's not a sexual kink for you, it actually is, and you're hugely in denial. But we're gonna keep making videos like this to appease really weird people like you. That's my
It's
rant on ASMR.
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Imagine like the next half hour view is just like you can't even hear me anymore. It's just you eating chips and coffee and japing hard.
Man, we should definitely just put on an episode where it's just like eating and playing BG, but like not even making human sounds, just existence noises,
Oh man, we
ambient.
should do or we do one where we just reverse the entire episode.
Oh yeah, exactly. Fully
Each
reversed
one's, you
episode.
know, one of the
April Fools, we can do that.
Oh yes,
Absolutely. And that's not a spoiler because it's fucking April Fool's Day.
yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
I
we
like
put
that.
out
I
the
like that.
backwards episode. That's huge.
The backwards
Backwards
episode.
That's some no one's ever done that before. Someone's
I,
gonna steal our
yeah.
idea, I'm sure, when they hear this, but
Nah,
we can
like
patent that.
who
We
the
came up with it first.
1.5 listeners, the 1.5 listeners who listen,
Exactly.
who's gonna start it?
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you do, we'll kill you.
Viewer sharing.
I'm gonna say it's definitely the Australian person who listens to this. He's gonna like, or he or she or is gonna like just use that idea and be like, yeah, good day,
Start
mate.
their own podcast and just like become massively successful
Oh,
because they were the one person that listened to our podcast. We
we
gave out perfect
started it.
advice, but we have no listeners.
Question. I'm gonna play a game with you.
Oh damn, okay.
It's gonna be
I
the
love
classic,
games.
the classic
love
fuck Mary
games.
kill.
Oh jeez. Oh
Fuck
wow,
Mary
all right.
kill. Just because I want to see like what your I just want to hear from you.
All right.
I don't know how we should start this though. Do you have three
you
people
gonna
in mind or what
are you gonna
or
I'd have to think for a
here?
sec, but
I'm gonna do. Listen, I just want to
you
know
got
from
three in the
you.
chamber?
I had this in my mind like all night last night. Like, what would I do in this
Oh
scenario?
damn, you were deep. You were in a thought
I
hole.
was, I was deep. I was deep. It's all guys, by the way, so it's gotta be
Oh, of
inclusive,
course.
right? So,
Still a hard decision.
fuck, Mary, kill. You've got Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks, the dad, right? From the live action film, right? Not the cartoon. Right? Matthew Lillard's Shaggy from Scooby Doo, the live action as well, right? And Russell Crowe in Gladiator.
Oh Jesus. Wait, so it's the chipmunk from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
No, the dad from Alvin and the
Yeah, I don't
Chipmunks.
even remember what he looks like, dude.
He's just like
Uh-oh.
this.
So it's a wild card.
He's pretty. He's pretty
Is he a
sexy.
Chad?
He's a pretty.
Yeah.
He's a Chad. Yeah.
All right. I'd probably kill Russell Crowe so that I can say I killed Gladiator because that's just some boss shit right there, right?
That's
Yeah,
Sigma.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a Sigma move right there, right? First thing I have to do, right, when running this situation through my head, every hypothetical I approach in life with, what would a Sigma male do? And in this situation, you would obviously kill the gladiator to establish dominance. So
That's a good
that's
one.
option one, right? Marry, well, I'd probably marry the dad from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Sounds like he's a reasonable dude. He could raise 3 chipmunks, so he could deal with anybody else's shit, right? And then I can just divorce him for the money. He's probably loaded because he
probably.
whores out the chipmunks for tour money, right? So, or, you can get the bag for a bit, cop a couple nice rollies, whatever, and then dip the relationship. Maybe hit a prenup too. So that's not bad, right? And then obviously, fuck would be the last one there, which was
Shaggy.
What was it? Shaggy. Yeah. I mean, that's just rough, but whatever.
No, that makes sense. I think he'd
You
be
gotta
a
take
pretty
an
good.
L,
He'd
at
be a
least
good.
one, right?
He'd be a good twink, anyways. To fuck, you can break him.
Damn, you're throwing down the vocab, dude.
Oh, I'm going.
Have you been
deep
typing Grinder?
Yeah, no girl wants to match with me on Tinder, so I just have to go down bad. When
Yeah.
you've lost all hope on the opposite sex, might as well go to the same one.
Yeah, dude. Well, fair enough, man. Do what you got to do.
Dude, play both sides of the table, right? That's all I
You're really increasing your odds, right? So that's never a bad
exactly.
thing. Because statistically speaking, I should be using every dating app. You're like an absolute nerd about it. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. So thank you for that. Really appreciated it.
Oh, hey, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't really think of 3 names, but I can try and whip something up.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. The first three names that come to you, it's all like personal names. It's like people we know. It's like, we
Bro,
just
bro,
dox
bro.
them. We just dox them.
Yeah, exactly. Doxing real people in real life. Um, no, okay, let's just do Jerry Seinfeld, Cosmo Kramer, and George Costanza.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
shit, man. Oh god. Okay, so I'd. Ooh. I think. Okay, so I'd kill Kramer because I think he's simply a menace to society. He
Yeah,
does nothing to society. He's just like our couch surfing buddy. You know.
yeah, he's me, but yeah,
Yeah, I'd kill you too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I'd
deserve to
I'd
die.
I'd fuck George Costanza easily.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got he's
okay.
got he's got those curves. I like a nice
Oh,
voluptuous
okay,
human.
all
You
right,
know, that's
all
pretty
right. He's a
good.
BBW. He's a
I think
BBM.
he's a quick,
He's a
pump
big
and dump
beautiful
kind
man.
of, right?
Yeah,
We're pump and dump, right? Because just like stocks, we're a
like
business
crypto.
podcast,
Yeah,
right?
this is a business
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
Thank you for
And then
reminding us.
probably marry Jerry just because he's the main character. I want to be the main character in his relationship too. So why not? Why not
Oh,
have a
okay.
good
So you're
time?
doing it
And
for the clout. All right. Big respect.
yeah, I'm a sugar baby, I guess, right?
Yeah,
And
are
then
you
a
a clout chaser?
cloud
Do you live in
chaser, I guess.
Miami and have like an Instagram where you post naked pictures of yourself?
Yeah, but I marry someone who's like 40 years older than me, so I hope they die. And actually, no, not even 40. I'd go like 60.
Damn, I didn't even
Six.
think of that. Is that the move with these Insta chicks? Is like they marry an older guy so he dies and they somehow can get a bag out of it?
I think that's what
Do you
it
think that's
is.
the play?
I had a friend,
Damn.
which no one would even think about right now,
Yeah.
anyways. But she married a guy who was just like 15 years older, but the father is like a billionaire because he got into like the oil rigs or oil mines or whatever.
Oh,
So every time,
living.
like she just at the start, she just like posted like pics of her in like the Lambo in Switzerland and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. She already did like a whole like Botox procedure and stuff. She's our age.
Jeez.
She's our age. Like it's ridiculous,
Damn.
right? So I'm like, okay, thanks. That's nice. So yeah, I guess it's
That's
bound to
crazy,
happen.
dude. I like to think of it. I like to imagine in my head sometimes that there's like a, shadowy cabal of like insta thought, and it's like a pyramid scheme, and like what they tell everybody that they initiate into the pyramid scheme is that like the greatest level of success you can achieve is marrying a guy who's 40 years older than you, so that he dies and you get half of his net worth.
Yeah, pretty much, I guess.
Like the lessons are like how to secure prenup,
Or what?
when to marry.
You've watched Get Out, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Maybe it's like that whole thing where like they get younger women. So when the old
Oh
people die,
damn.
they have to do like a whole brain transplant so they can be in a younger woman's body so they can continue
Whoa.
living. Maybe
That's
that's
yeah.
what it is too.
Damn, that's some deep conspiracy right there.
Jordan Peele just used race for that, thing, but really what he was alluding to was just the sugar babies going for. Yeah,
Yeah, well, of course. At the end of the day, that's the lesson, right?
exactly.
I mean, come on. This is a business podcast, but this is also a film review podcast.
We're just basically everything.
This is an everything podcast, okay?
I'll put. Thanks for
Welcome
listening to
to
our
the
comedy
Everything
finance, comedy finance, business, society and culture, travel and tourism, entertainment podcast,
Yeah, exactly.
self help, well being, everything. Yeah,
So that we can hit every trending playlist for every genre. Come on,
yeah.
we're smart millennials. We're
We're
gaming
those
the
guys.
system.
We're those guys who put like 10,000 hashtags on every YouTube video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag tutorials. It's
But
just a video of you playing video games.
but speaking of movie review, Avatar #2. Eh?
Whoa, the deuce? The shit? The big blue
Deuce
shit?
to Avatar. Deuce
Man, I
Blue.
don't know. I keep seeing commercials for it. I don't even know what's going on anymore, man. I don't think we needed a second one, but maybe I'm in the wrong for thinking that.
No,
But dude, I don't
you're
know. The
not.
first one was cool, but like you can clearly tell. Come on, man. This has got to be a little grab for some cash here.
Oh yeah,
Well,
dude, it's
surely.
has to
Yeah.
be. Like I didn't even that first movie came out, and I think like a big factor of it being like so hyped up was just because it was in 3D and everyone was just jerking off to
You
3D at
like
that
just
time.
had 3D at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. We're all 2D. But no, I think that's what it was. And like after a year, it was pretty forgetful, that film. So now they're coming out with this one, and I'm like, I didn't even watch a trailer. I don't even care enough
Bro,
to
there
see
was
blue
literally
people.
no storyline in the first Avatar. I
No.
just remember they like hair fucked because they're like little ponytails connected with
Yeah.
each other.
Hair
And I
fucking and the
remember
guy
thinking
in the
like,
wheelchair.
what am I supposed to think about this? Like I think like secretly a lot of anime dudes like that shit because they're like, man, that scene where they locked their braids together was so hot, dude.
Oh, dude, when we were in like middle school, or whatever, all my friends were just like, "Yo, you saw that?" But like as a mature individual now, it's like, no, I could care less about the Blue Man Group.
Yeah, yeah, it's literally just the Blue Man Group. I don't know, man. James Cameron's just on off one right now. I feel like they'll give him money to do anything, man. Like
This
he
guy,
probably came to the studio and he's like, so blue people, and they have a beautiful world, and the humans want to come and take it because the humans are bad, you see, and it's going to be great, and I need $35 million.
so would you say that solved racism? That film?
Well, it was a deep allegory, and I think the metaphor was very poignant in its delivery.
Mm,
James
mm.
Cameron's Avatar scores a 1 out of 5 because it fucking sucked, and there didn't need to be a second one. This is a film review podcast. This is a business podcast. This is a whatever you want podcast, and I'm just putting it out there right now. We don't need a second Avatar. Boom. Uh-oh.
Oh, you okay?
Uh-oh.
You
Brother,
okay?
come back.
You okay?
Ah, I lost my arm.
You
Ah.
can't. You got me right,
Dude, did we just get hit by some shrapnel? What happened there?
dude. I think we're living in Die Hard, man. I
Holy
think I'm
shit.
Bruce Willis. I think I'm Bruce Willis.
Yeah, dude, imagine the internet just cuts off and you come back and you're Bruce Willis. What the hell's going on here? Man, I don't know.
I
You,
can't
you
believe
know
you know
we're,
Bruce Willis
we're getting
accent.
censored in real time, right?
Yeah, that disconnect right there. That was just yeah. It was just
Literally, the government is watching.
CHINA. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. Good thing you didn't say the full word because then our internet would cut out again.
The the podcast just dies out. We just can't upload anything ever again.
We just have completely lost our ability to upload.
I have no idea. I have no social security number anymore.
Yeah, you don't even have a balance, dude. It's just gone. Yeah, dude.
But yeah, to conclude, like we said, Avatar, no, not watching it.
Yeah, that's a no for me, boss.
That's it.
That's you can leave that one off, but let us know what you think. Maybe it's good. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
watch it and it'll actually be good, and I'll change my mind.
You know what? It would be fun. Maybe we'll do it one day when it goes out on digital. I'll meet up with you and we can just like do a whole film review, like
Yeah, we can
timestamp
write
by
deep
timestamp.
notes, and we can
Yeah.
dedicate a whole episode to it because no one really is going to give a fuck. But it would just be hilarious to do it anyways, like a full episode Avatar film review for like a hard hour.
For our
That
huge
can be our in
Avatar
reverse
fans.
episode. We can drop that on April Fools, so everyone will have forgotten about the movie, and then they can watch us backwards
That's
explain a
good.
full detailed film review. That's
That's
pretty tight.
that's
That's a
good. That's
huge
good.
gift on April Fool's Day.
If anybody can send us a message saying like we know what's gonna happen next episode when it's like the episode before April Fools, oh buddy.
Exactly.
Let's actually
Beautiful.
I just want to check quickly though, like what day does April Fools land on in next year? April. Oh, it's a Saturday. Let's go.
Oh wow, we can actually prank people.
We can actually
Dude, I
prank
can't
people.
wait to
Wow.
drop some prank calls. Hell yeah.
I can't wait to pull down people's pants, even though that has nothing to do with April Fools, but
Yeah, imagine copping a quick night in jail because you got a public misdemeanor, but you thought you could on April Fools.
it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a prank.
Bro, it's April Fool's Day. You don't have to lock me up.
I got
I won't do
pranked
it
once.
again.
I
You
got
got
pranked
pranked?
once by Google.
By
Google
Google?
out of all companies and
Google
people.
got you?
Google released this thing like 10 years ago. It was like a website talking about how like they released a website that you can smell fruits and vegetables
Oh, I
through your
read
phone.
this.
Remember that, eh? And I actually
Yeah, yeah,
believed it.
yeah.
I had my phone in front of me. I was like, I think at one point like it was a tangerine, and I was like, oh wow, I think I can actually smell it. And then
Oh, damn, you got
it
psyoped.
hit me like a truck. I pretty much got a stroke
Whoa.
after that. I was like, wow, like this is embarrassing.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, no, I can be played hard. I'm just a tool in the system.
I am
Absolutely.
nothing. I am nothing.
I'm just a number. They're like, look what we can make the humans do.
Ridiculous.
Crazy, dude.
How's
Yeah, I was on
how? Yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just
No,
gonna
no,
say
hey.
I was on I was on Reddit and I was reading about this Chat GPT thing, so I wanted to try it out. And I just wanted to let everybody who's listening know that today's episode script was entirely written by Chat GPT. How about we get a round of applause?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get a round of applause. Actually,
That's incredible, right, guys? I mean, Fiuk and I have just been reading off a fucking Google document this whole time that came from ChatGPT. It even told us when to fuck words up and pause randomly. It's incredible. Now we're
How
off
is
the
that?
script.
How was that app, by the way?
Oh, it's crazy, dude. You can tell it to write you an essay, explain stuff to you. You can tell it to like FaceTime your mother and pretend to be you. Tell her that you love her. Yeah, it's wild, dude.
Tell her that you love her. Was this a suicide note?
You like get FaceTime to like call your grandparent as like their dead spouse. And then pretend-
Honey, it's me. Frank?
yeah, Grandpa found a way to call her from beyond the grave. You like programmed him into ChatGPT.
That's the ultimate prank for like those like benevolent Christians.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Oh
That's some
man.
beyond the grave shit right there.
Heaven exists. Heaven exists. You.
Write a 500 paragraph description of heaven from the perspective of God, and he'll do it for you.
It just never ends. It just keeps on going. Your computer just like blows up.
That's a good way to cook it. Absolutely.
Throw some eggs on the top there of your desktop, desky toppy. Yeah, of course.
Desky toppy.
Get
Yeah.
your sloppy toppy
mean
while
battle
grilling
station?
eggs on the desky toppy.
Hey. Call it by its true name. It's a battle station. I subscribe to r/battle stations on Reddit. Show some respect.
Reddit, man.
Yeah,
They
you
released
get your Reddit recap. What even is
yeah.
that?
The Reddit recap is pretty much just like Spotify unwrapped. Ooh. It's there's nothing to it. I mean, if you're an avid Reddit user, maybe it's awesome, but like it pretty much just like showcases your most updated comment on a thread, the subreddit that you visited the most times and stuff. When I checked mine, it was pretty much embarrassing. It was just like my top comment was like my top post was, how do people survive at 50K a year?
Damn.
Wagey moment. That was a huge wagey
shit.
moment.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
some
a
real
huge
life wagey
moment.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you
And
get
then
by on 50 meager racks a year?
and then like the most visited subreddit was r/Drizzy.
Stop.
It's embarrassing. It's just like it just makes no sense. I don't use
You're
Reddit as
Draken?
often, but I'm Draken, man. I'm a
You're
Drake.
Draken and bacon? Dude,
You
you
know
Drake
it,
and
man.
bacon?
Dude, all I do, other than like being on Drizzy and posting about my financial troubles, I just try and promote the podcast everywhere I go, and I get banned from like every second subreddit anyway. So yeah, that's my recap.
Propaganda?
Yeah, my propaganda.
Hey, dude, just keep hitting the Drake and bake every morning. You'll get back on the horse and keep trying. See that inspiration?
Every post moving on, I'm just gonna post a flare. The government does not want you to watch this. The government does not want you to listen
That's
to
what
this.
gets you insta banned, but it's for a worthy cause, dude. Good for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I respect that. I'm gonna start putting billboards up randomly with the no money that we have.
I saw a billboard when I was driving around my area. I was shocked by it. It said, having trouble with life, call God, call Jesus. I've got those around my
Whoa.
area. I've
What
got
was the
those.
number? Did they give
I
you?
finally
Did
made
they
it.
drop the digits? You get
It was like 1-800 Jesus or something like that, or whatever.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to call after this pod.
We should have an interview with them actually.
We should prank call them on the April Fool. Yeah, the April Fool's pod will actually just be us calling the Jesus hotline,
We should
faking
do
like
that,
a
eh?
midlife crisis. Yeah,
That's a good
we'll
idea.
do the
We just like,
reverse episode and then a bonus treat.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just call them and be like, listen, I really want to know more about this. Could you talk for just one straight hour? They probably would. Who else are they gonna get?
So, could you tell me a little bit more about this God fellow? Who's this Jesus guy?
Jod? Is his name Jode? Is his
Jode?
name Jode?
I've never heard of him. Yeah, that we could definitely do that though. That can be arranged for sure.
Phone, because I'm no way using my own phone for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I get scammed and turns out Western Union took like all my money. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, Western Union. When
Blessed
you get that
Union.
cash flow coming in.
Yeah, you got Western Union. What about Eastern Union?
Whoa.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
like You're all about calling it out today, dude. You're all about taking action against oppression and baked into our culture.
I guess I've just been grinding my gears a bit too much, and everything's just been pissing me off lately as a wagey,
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Times are getting harder. Everyone keeps saying the R word, recession. This is a business
Mm.
podcast. I don't know what you thought, what other R word you thought I was referring to there, but you
Hey,
need
come
to
on, you're fucking
calm
retarded.
down. Yeah, that one. But yeah, everyone keeps saying
Recession.
recession, 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 and yeah, so we're probably fucked. I think like in a solid 5 years, we'll be living in a nuclear hellscape.
Oh, you think so? People, but it's been weird because I've been seeing articles more and more saying there was an article that said like how nuclear powered homes could be the new thing, and I'm thinking nuclear, like, do you hear yourself?
Get a grip. You're not powering your house with shit other than electricity, unless you're loaded.
Man, don't get a grip, get a drip, man, get drip, bro. Come
Get a
on, come
drip.
on.
Get a drip. Man, imagine being like a super rich, out of touch, like high class person who just powers their house with some like really abstract source of power. Like we use rotten fruit to power our house. We're very socially conscious. We care about the environment.
Buddy, I can guarantee you the mafia definitely uses microgreens to power up their house. Definitely.
Oh yeah, those microgreen hustlers, man. It's got two purposes. It sells good on the market and you can power your house with it.
Yeah, basically, right? It's awesome. But yeah, recession's coming, but like people have been talking about it for like 6 months or more or whatever. I've yet to see it. I mean, but it's probably gonna come and we're gonna be broke. The
Well,
only thing that we
we've
can
all
live
just
off
been
of is
bent
this
over waiting
podcast.
for it.
Yeah.
So any minute now.
I
2 more
need
weeks.
2 more weeks. Yeah, yeah.
2
We
more.
have a count. We have a counter. We have a live counter.
Yeah, Countdown to Recession is going to be live soon on our website that doesn't exist, so come check that out.
This is gonna be the biggest event since the moon landing.
Exactly. Some would say even bigger.
We'll see. Well, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I completely heard none of that because my internet cut out, but absolutely, brother.
Again, Jesus,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, we're being live censored right now.
What do you use? But oh no, actually, never mind. Don't even tell me. I
I use
already know.
beep.
Yeah, yeah.
I use the only state-approved internet provider in the country that we named that will remain nameless that we live in.
I love how hard we go with that whenever we mention the location. Just undisclosed,
Oh,
undocumented.
it's undisclosed. It will remain undisclosed.
What I would I had a problem with my internet. I had to get a new router. I had to get upgraded yesterday. Couldn't do any work yesterday and stuff. And
Oh,
now I got an upgraded one. So maybe you should too, brother.
you got a break from society.
I'm almost free. I'm almost free. I'm still in the cage, but hey, it's getting there.
Well, hold on a second. Is it 5G enabled?
Yeah, yeah. I got it.
So you are still in a cage.
Yeah, fair, fair,
That
fair.
thing out of your head.
I started getting more headaches after I installed it for some reason,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it will disappear over time. Don't worry.
Yeah. If you have a micro penis next week, it's because of the 5G. That's all I'm gonna say.
And that's because that's the reason why we're a conspiracy podcast now, guys.
Exactly. 5G is good. 5G is great. I love 5G. Don't cancel us. Don't demonetize us. 5G is awesome.
Too many disclaimers, man. We're gonna have too many disclaimers.
But as long as we
But
make it clear that it's satire, we should be fine.
exactly. I do want to say though, we started posting our episodes also on YouTube. So if you guys want to check it out, and if you guys see any coof disclaimers, please let us know. We'll contact YouTube themselves and see what we can do
Yeah, we'll
about it.
try hard to get rid of this. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
It's not a misinformation podcast. This is a pro-information podcast. We
A
share good
bro
information
information.
and bad information. It's all
Brother,
information.
we're a bro information podcast.
We're
Let's be
pro
honest here.
information. Exactly. Well, damn. My internet continues to shit itself, and we've basically hit an hour. So
Yeah.
should we give our quick sign-off speech here?
Yes. Yeah, it's like back in like middle school when we had to do speeches. You want to go ahead and do your speech, your monologue? Yeah.
Like, oh, fine. All right, I'll walk up to the
Yeah.
front of the class. Please subscribe. Please like. Please follow us. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Please follow us. The
We're
more
everywhere.
more
Man. We're
more
everywhere.
followers
There's
we
no
get, the more love. Yeah, we're
Exactly.
everywhere
Remember, you have till 10 episodes till this becomes a video game podcast.
until we start committing something big.
Exactly. Yeah. Something big
I,
will let you
I,
imagine, but
yeah, it's either we commit to this podcast moving on, or we commit option B.
exactly. So you better share it with everybody and follow us on all socials. So
Exactly. Yeah, socials are in our descriptions. Wagey Network on TikTok. What's Wrong Wagey on YouTube. Yeah, no, I mean, we'll see where this goes, but guys, I hope you enjoyed the show today.
if
I
you're in
hope you
Malaysia,
learned.
tell a friend.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the person in Malaysia. Thank you for listening to the person in Australia. We have yet to get someone from the UK, but I'm sure we'll call you out in a good way next episode.
Yeah, maybe you'll
Hopefully.
listen because you're done watching soccer. Who knows?
Yeah, if you're bored, just go on. What's Wrong, Wagey?
Yeah, exactly. We're here for you.
Anyways, you got anything else to say, bro?
No, Bush did 9/11.
Pushing 9/11.
I'm also going to need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday, too, okay? We lost some people this week, and we need to sort of play catch up. Thanks.